Okay, roast potatoes and carrots. We're gonna do red potatoes. Buy real carrots. Do not get baby carrots. Real carrots offer a lot better flavor. You need a yellow onion, a rump roast. Okay, if you didn't have a rump roast, a chuck roast, but the rump roast is gonna have the best flavor. This is the secret ingredient, these McCormick's packets. This is all you're gonna need as far as seasoning goes. And you mix up the packet in 1 cup of water. Okay, and I'll show you that later. I've already got one packet open, kind of dissolving. And then you're gonna need a little vegetable oil for the first step. Okay, this is a whole bag of carrots. I'm going to just kind of rinse them off. And then I am going to peel them and cut them up in chunks. I'm gonna prep all my veggies first, and then I'm gonna get the roast ready. On the carrot, I peeled it. You don't have to peel it perfect. You're gonna peel the carrot, and then I always cut off the ends. And throw those away, and then I will chunk up probably in about pieces like this. Okay, I'll chunk those up for the potatoes. Same thing, I'm gonna rinse off those red potatoes. I'm gonna peel them, but you can see that I didn't get all the peel off. And then I'm going to quarter them. I'm gonna cut them in 4s. And my fingers are wet. I am getting ready to sear the roast. So I'm going to turn, I have a gas stove, so I'm going to turn it on like medium to medium high, like a 6, okay? I'm using vegetable oil, and I'm just going to put enough into the bottom just to set the roast in. This roast was huge, so I cut it in 2. I'm going to get the oil hot, and then I'm literally just gonna set the roast in and brown the sides. While my oil is heating up, I am gonna sear it in this Dutch oven. Then I could actually keep it in that and cook it in my oven. But I'm gonna actually make 2 batches. So I'll be transferring it over to this pot. Well, really it's a baking dish. I'm gonna be cooking my pot roast in the oven. You could do all of these steps, sear it on the stove, and then you could put it in a crock pot. I'm not cooking the roast in this, I'm just searing it. The roast is gonna have to cook for about 3 hours. Okay, my oil's hot, it's bubbling. I went ahead and threw in my onions so that they can be getting kind of a grilled, better flavor cooked in that onion. And now I'm just gonna take like this big fork, I'll stab the roast, and I'm gonna just set it in there, okay? You can kind of hear it searing. So I'm gonna set it there for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna rotate each side. By searing it, you're going to seal in the juice. So I'm gonna turn it over, see how it's brown? That's enough right there. I'm gonna sear the other side, and then I'm gonna even kind of rotate it up and down and get the bottom. You can see my oil is pretty hot, and I'm cooking those onions as well. Okay, I've got it seared. I transferred it into this baking dish. I put the onions on top. Now I'm gonna pour in my quartered potatoes over the top. Okay, then I'm gonna pour in my carrots. See, it's a big batch. And then that McCormick seasoning, sorry if I'm making you sick again, is all stirred up. I'm just gonna pour this over the top of all the vegetables. It'll soak down in there, okay? And now what's gonna happen, when I put it in the oven and that roast starts to cook, the juice from the roast will come out and blend with all of those seasonings. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put it in. I have my oven on 300 because I want it to cook low and slow, and it'll probably be done in 3 hours. And this dish that I have has a lid. Well, it's actually a different one. So I'm gonna put a lid on it so it traps all of the heat and the moisture in there. Okay, I forgot to show you the finished product. So 3 hours later, pull it out. Everything has cooked together. It even has a little gravy there. You could make some hot rolls to go with it, or sometimes we just have it with a few slices of buttered bread. So, okay, hope you try it out.